Pepper water requirements and irrigation systems. According to FAO, total pepper water requirements over a growing period are 600 to 900 mm and up to 1250 mm for long growing periods and several pickings. However, pepper water requirements are totally different during the various development stages of the plant. Generally, the critical periods for peppers are fruit set and fruit filling. Prior to those stages, water requirements are smaller. Of course, water requirements can be totally different under different weather and soil conditions. For example, heavy clay soils normally need less irrigation than sandy soils do. Moreover, different sweet pepper and chilies varieties may also have different water requirements. Many producers in Mediterranean countries prefer to irrigate their peppers for 10 minutes every 4 to 5 days during early spring. This way, they force the plant to seek for water and as a result to expand its roots. However, from flowering until harvesting, they irrigate their plants on a daily basis. Farmers generally prefer to irrigate their peppers early in the morning or late in the evening. Watering the foliage has been linked with disease outbreaks. In general, excess humidity, especially in foliage, may favor disease outbreaks. On the other hand, water-stressed plants are more susceptible to infections. The most commonly used irrigation system is drip irrigation. Many producers use multiple or single drip pipes of 12 to 20 mm diameter and 2 to 8 liter per hour water allotment. Pepper weed management. An important procedure when growing peppers is weed management. Pepper plants often suffer from weeds that compete with them in terms of space, access to sunlight, water, and nutrients. Furthermore, weeds may become home for pests that may attack the plants. It is necessary for all growers to have a sound weed control strategy, which may differ significantly between countries. The law framework, the means of production, the industry at which the product targets, etc., etc. Manual weed control on a weekly basis is almost necessary in some cases. Pepper fertilization requirements, common fertilization programs in Chile's farming. First, you have to take into consideration the soil condition of your field through semi-annual or annual soil testing before applying any fertilization method. There are no two identical fields in the world, thus no one can advise you on fertilization methods without taking into account your soil's test data, tissue analysis, and crop history. However, we will list the most common pepper fertilization schemes used by a considerable number of farmers. Nowadays, farmers make from 0 to 10 soil applications throughout the 2 to 3 months period from transplanting to harvesting. Some farmers apply well-rotted manure towards the rows about 2 months before planting and prior to the soil disinfection. Alternatively, they may apply calcium ammonium nitrate and potassium sulfate. However, the most common fertilization method in chilies and sweet pepper farming is fertigation. This word comes from the combination of fertilization and irrigation. Producers inject water-soluble fertilizers inside the drip irrigation system. This way, they can provide the nutrients gradually and give the plant the proper time to absorb them. They start the fertigation a few days after planting. At this point, they apply a nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium enriched with trace elements. High phosphorus levels at the first stages will help plants develop a strong root system. Additionally, micronutrients make it easier for plants to overcome any stress conditions caused by the transplanting. They continue the applications until the blooming period by adding balanced fertilizer, nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, again enriched with trace elements. In some cases, they may increase the phosphorus again to boost blooming at this point. As the plant comes close to the fruit set, they change the ratio again. At this point, they increase potassium levels because plants have greater needs for this element to create well-shaped fruits. At this stage, the plant has also increased needs in calcium. Some producers apply foliar calcium fertilization during the fruit set and repeat after 15 days. According to another school of thought, pepper growth can be divided into 3 periods: vegetative growth, flowering and fruit set, ripening period, and harvest. During these periods, they apply the following recipes. Since some pepper varieties are harvested 55 days after transplant and others may be harvested 110 days after transplant, anyone can understand that the limits of the above-mentioned periods are just average numbers, and nobody should follow these directions without making his or her own research. These are just some common practices. No one should follow them without taking into consideration the pepper variety, soil condition, and other local factors. Every field is different and has different needs. Checking the soil nutrients and pH is vital before applying any fertilization method. You should always consult your local licensed agronomist.